Welcome back to K-Pop Music Monday, where we say weird things about K-pop music videos.
That's not really what K-Pop Music Monday is. It's more just our opinion on K-pop songs, which usually ends up with us in wigs. And yeah, you know what? You're right. Question: have you been looking at the wrong screen?
No, I've been looking at the. Yes, I made sure.
Guys, we've been gone for so long. We went to Canada for vacation to visit our family, and then there was a power outage, and we couldn't do anything on the internet.
So as a result, we've really kind of fell behind in K-pop, and we realized when we looked on our K-pop charts, there are a whole lot of music videos that we didn't actually experience. So we're gonna try to talk about as many of those as we can right now in the best videos of 2014.
But some of them came out in 2013.
Shut up!
Guess who's back? It's TVXQ, and I just noticed for the very first time that they have an explanation point at the end of their name, so it should be TVXQ!
They have an explanation point, like
explanation.
We are TVXQ. We are a band formed in Korea. We are super. Exclamation.
Let me just check with my manager. Is it explanation? Siri. I'm sorry, Martina. You are an idiot. We're watching something, and as they've written online, it is Dongbang Shingi _ something _ music video.
Question.
Yeah.
TVXQ say that she's got that something, but what is that something? You have a guess?
Yes.
What is it?
Bad breath.
I have a guess.
Go.
Diarrhea.
I have another guess.
Go for it.
Really bad chewed on cuticles, because she does that when she's nervous and stressed, and he's like, ugh, when you see her holding her coffee cup. Not that I have that.
She's definitely got that something. As for the song itself, I'm really surprised to hear this from TVXQ because I'm really used to them having like futuristic we are gods and so much bigger than you measly humans, but this is like...
It's the Loki band.
Yes, that's exactly. TVXQ are the Korean personification of Loki.
Don't bring Loki into this. Not that I don't like TVXQ, but I love Loki.
Anyhow, but
She's
this...
up all night to get Loki. She's up...
This song is really fun. It's got that swing vibe to it, and
Big Bang feel.
It's really mature. Well, not Big Bang. The Big Band.
Big Band.
You're not speaking correct anymore.
Siri, what's wrong with my speaking today, and why am I talking to you like a robot, Siri? I don't know, Martina. I didn't sleep good.
The song is a lot of fun. Not what I expected from TVXQ, and I really happen to enjoy it.
I was up all night reading fan fiction. I also enjoyed the song.
Good input.
Okay, final input points. I thought it was really creative with the stringy thingies. I thought that was awesome. They probably had so much terrible leg and bum chaffing in practice by getting like ropes up the ass and everything, because they had it hooked around their legs, and then the backup dancers would pull it up.
Are these the kind of things that you think about how many wedgies people get from cool music videos?
Yeah.
That's a cool music video.
When
I think they might have got
multiple wedgies. Yes, that's the first thing that came through my head. Second thing I want to say is that there is a scene when or maybe it was Max, they punch out their fists to say they got that something, and we paused it.
It says SOMETHNG, and then they wrote an I right above it. It's kind of like when you get your English paper back in school and the teacher gives like a little red thing and they're like,
oh, you forgot to put the vowel in there.
Yeah, they could have left out the I. We get slang, guys. Something, you don't need the I in there.
S-U-M?
I don't know, whatever. It looked really bad. I'm sure no one noticed it but us, but that really bothered me.
You know why? Because we're English teachers and we notice spelling mistakes.
We're really good at English, like exclamation points and big band when you mean to say Big Bang. Okay, Reina's back with his song 30 Sexy, or as I call it, Dirty Sexy. I'm dirty, baby. Come on, he's purposely slipping in Dirty Sexy.
It's really brilliant. 30 Sexy, Dirty Sexy. I'd give this a 6 out of 5 for English.
I'm dirty sexy. Hopefully that's what he's trying to say.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he is, because I hear the word 30 and then I hear the word dirty. So
whatever, it's brilliant. I love it.
I think it's very Justin Timberlake-y.
This is my favorite song on the list that we're going to be talking about. It's so grimy, and you know what? Lee actually didn't like to dance to this, the whole waving hands thing, but I think it's totally badass. It really matches the song.
Yeah, and the other thing I like about it is that I feel like it's mature, it matches his age, it makes him look really sexy still, and the backup dancer's amazing. He's got like handlebar mustaches and stuff, but he's wearing that awesome swaggy red suit.
I'll tell you what I find really interesting about this. Why is it that whenever there's a male band that's trying to depict a mature theme, they always have the like dark shadowy thing? Like Smoky Girl was them all silhouetted and in black and white.
I think Sungri's
Gotta Talk to You
yeah.
Also, I'm a Persimmon. Rain's Dirty Sexy. You can even see it in TVXQ Something. They do some monochromatic shadowy shots as well.
I just think they're trying not to be bubble poppy. Like when you see like B1A4, they're they have bright, vibrant, like neon colors. And this is trying to be more like...
I'm sorry, I don't know who B1A4 is.
Oh, do you mean Balasa?
Balasa! Speaking of Balasa, the next video we're gonna talk about is Lonely.
know, I feel like people are running out of names to name their K-pop songs.
There's Something, and then there's Lonely, and there's like I Love You.
Although I'll tell you who nailed the creative song names. 2 p.m.
Come back when you hear this song after you run to the convenience store and get me that burrito on the shopping list that you forgot to get last time.
That's right. Back to Balasa. At first when Balasa came out, we didn't really like them very much. They seemed like they were trying too hard.
Right.
Their very first song, they're like, okay, go.
It was really like funky and colorful, and I understood what they were trying to do, even if it was a little bit corny.
But we managed to fall in love with them.
They perfected it afterwards in other videos.
The last music video that came out?
What's Happening? I think that was probably their best video, their best song ever. I think like I appreciate it a lot more now than I did before. That was fantastic.
It was really cool. It was quirky, but it was artsy, but it was still like understandable.
This though, it's really,
I don't know. It's
really
generic.
Boring. La la la. I'm sorry, some people like it. In fact, a lot of people like it because this is like better selling than TVXQ now. Balasa is one of the biggest selling groups in their first week ever. They can outsell GD, they outsell Big Bang because so many people love them, even though they barely get any views on their YouTube videos compared to other people. How do they sell so many albums? Because people honestly buy that many albums.
Okay, let's not bring up the scandals that I'm sure Balasa had nothing to do with. It was probably to do with their management or whatever. It's just disappointing that that stuff happens to people who are not trying to be
shitty.
Yes. The floaty concept in the video is interesting. I like the part where he's tugging on the girl like a balloon. The kind of idea of like hanging on to someone and not letting them go. But other than that, I just didn't feel like this was a Balasa video.
Bored as hell.
But I'm sure their next song's gonna be quirky and weird. Because you know a lot of groups put out like ballads.
I want color. I want you like blowing balloons up and them exploding into like acidic monsters. And I want those monsters to overturn buildings and then find little bunny rabbits that can then grow on to like repopulate the world with roller coasters. And then those roller coasters become loose. And that's only like the first 10 seconds of a Balasa video.
Siri, Simon has gone crazy. Martina, why are you speaking to me in that voice again?
Martina, why do you keep on talking to Siri? That joke has been over since the first time you said it, but keep on doing it for the other 3 videos we're going to talk about.
I didn't sleep well. Fan fiction.
Too much fan fiction everywhere.
Next up is the return of Royal Pirates with their music video for Drawing the Line.
You keep on drawing the line. 네가 약간 나를 떠밀지만.
Actually, I thought this was a really clever music video.
It was brilliant for a music video.
Yeah, the beginning of it just seems like them on a generic kind of like, you know, stage and you're like, okay, it's gonna be one of those videos.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of their singing, they get totally interrupted and it takes them through like all these different versions of music videos,
I find it really fascinating how they look really uncomfortable in all the scenarios that they're in for publicity, like, you know, taking the photo shoots and like doing the interviews. And I kind of reminded of like back when we did that thing for the YouTube Music Awards and we were taking pictures on the red carpety thing. And
I don't know if everyone knows about this though.
And then like you hear in the background, they're like, can Simon Martina take a normal picture? And they're like, they don't do normal pictures. And I kind of relate to this video as a result.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that's interesting about Royal Pirates is that they are an actual band that actually play instruments, unlike other K-pop groups that will have bands in their videos, but they're just actually like, that's what happened with the first Balasa video.
The Balasa video.
Where they're like playing the piano.
If you actually turn off the background music, you just hear them on the guitar like, dun, 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 dun.
I think what's different about it is that they're an actual band that play music, and so it must be difficult to be in the K-pop scene as a band
that actually know how to produce music.
That's right.
Is that a harsh thing to say?
I'm not sure. Have we been gone for too long? Are we saying harsh things at the beginning of the
Do we
year?
forget how to be sensitive to people's feelings?
Oh, God.
No, it's actually like a really fun, lighthearted song.
Yeah.
And if you like the first time we promoted Royal Pirates, you're gonna like the song as well. They have a very consistent, good sound to them.
I like it. It reminds me of Maroon 5.
You
Is it
only live
insulting
once.
to compare another band to another band?
Always.
I don't think
Always.
so. I love Maroon 5. I saw them when they opened up for Weezer and they were really good. Siri, when did Maroon 5 open up for Weezer?
Jesus, please stop with the Siri already.
Siri, send a message to Simon telling him he's stinky.
And the last video we're gonna talk about is easily the best video that came out, probably in all of K-pop ever.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
We're talking about Gary's video for, what the hell's it called?
Okay.
I didn't even know the name of the video.
It's called Shower Later. And you know why Simon doesn't know? Because I watched this video on my own with headphones on. So this is Simon. Okay, this is Simon. Okay? He's like this. He can't hear the music. So this is Simon.
You don't need to hear the music. The video is that good. The music to the song, did somebody actually say anything? Is there any music? It's just a cool video.
And why is it cool, Simon?
Because there's lots of girls in very ridiculous clothing being ridiculous. Now, I know that.
What's your favorite girl, would you say? Because I have a favorite.
The one with the jackhammer, pretending to jackhammer, and she's just like jiggling boots. No. Best scene ever is the girl fiddling with the top of the fire hydrant. She's like, oh yeah, baby, you like that. Oh yeah. And then the fire hydrant explodes, and then Gary pops out an umbrella, and then all the girls get covered in water. And they're like, yeah, look at it. Gary's like, yeah.
Are you sure that's your favorite scene? Your favorite scene is not the scene where the girl is using the chainsaw?
And she's like chainsawing.
The chainsaw's not turned on. It's just the chainsaw, and she's like, I'm chainsawing, but she's just shaking her body. Or how about the scene where he stops to pick up the girl hitchhiking by what sign, Simon?
By speed limit 69. So funny. Okay, we usually don't like these kinds of like overtly sexual videos, but this is just so hilarious. This is like borderline Hyuna's ice cream hilariously awkward.
Except Hyuna's ice cream video was supposed to be serious. Like, it was supposed to be seriously sexy.
I feel like Gary was like, okay, how much money do I have this video? Buy as many like half-naked girls as you can.
Okay, we forgot about the scene with her pumping.
Yeah, how do you pump gas like this?
Okay.
You like the gas on me. I'm so high, baby. Ah! Holy shit, this video is hilarious.
It's a great video.
It's 19 plus. Gary, you're one funny dude.
Oh my.
Perv. Pervin, straight pervin in that video. Honorable mention goes to Super Juniors Donghae and Eunhyuk for Still You, which is them out in public, I think. Like, or unless this is a really elaborate set, they're out in the world.
Or in England, I think, right? Didn't we see London? I know, it's amazing, isn't it? But that's because there's only 2 of them. You can't get all the members out at once. That would be insanity.
But you know why I think that's a fake set? Because when they go out in public, they don't have like crazy girls screaming and touching them all the time.
Honorable mentions for music videos would go to Dal Shabet with Big Baby Baby. Is that right? You know why? Because this song sounds like it's straight out of the 80s. It sounds like a combination of K-pop and also North American like 80s.
Dal Shabet have that super fun disco vibe that we talk about for girl groups.
Yep.
Check out the video.
Well, that's it for this week's K-pop Music Monday, where Simon gets in trouble for being bad. Can you eat something with your chopsticks? Eat something with your chopsticks. That's not, you're supposed to shake. You're supposed to shake just your upper body, Simon. Look, hello, stop. I'm gonna get down really slowly.
Myself! Fine. Legs day. Did that.